after 6,314 days in Bangladesh. BNP's Dark Prince marks his big return. 2 months before Bangladesh's elections, radical Islamists run amok in Dhaka. Tarique Rahman's return, good news for India or not?
Amidst a deepening political divide, widespread unrest, bouts of violence and the murder of a young student leader, Dhaka's sunrise today brought with it a moment nearly 2 decades in the making. An aircraft touched down, the doors opened and Tarique Rahman was finally home. Outside the airport, streets overflowed, flags were waved, slogans echoed. Phones were held aloft, supporters called it a homecoming, critics called it a political comeback with consequences, and for Bangladesh, staring at a critical election, this moment could mark the beginning of a political reset. Hello and welcome to NewsX, Explained with me, Uday Pratap Singh, and today we are turning our attention to a pivotal moment in Bangladesh. As visuals from the neighborhood show thousands gathered in welcome of the figure, we take a look at who Tarique Rahman is, why he was living in exile for 17 long years, and what his return means for not only Bangladesh but the region at large. Tarique Rahman didn't return quietly. Sharing pictures of himself aboard the flight, Rahman, better known as Tarique Zia, announced his return. Staring out of the aircraft that carried him home, Tarique captioned the image in the sky of Bangladesh after a long 6,314 days. Traveling with his wife and daughter, Tarique ended his self-imposed exile. His daughter Zema Rahman also shared a picture of the family aboard the flight, announcing their return to Bangladesh soil. Stepping into a city braced for both celebrations and tension, the streets around Dhaka were packed with BNP supporters, some calling the scenes Eid-like. Security was tight and police checkpoints dotted the route as Tarique Rahman headed to a public rally straight from the airport, addressing thousands gathered in his support. For the Bangladesh Nationalist Party or BNP, this was the moment they had waited nearly 2 decades for, the return of their top leader. So who is this rallying figure? Tarique Rahman is not a new name in Bangladeshi politics. He is the eldest son of President Zia Rahman, the man who founded the Bangladesh Nationalist Party. His mother, Khaleda Zia, the first female Prime Minister of the country, served twice as PM and led Bangladesh through some of its most turbulent political years, alternating power with arch-rival Sheikh Hasina, one of South Asia's most influential political dynasties, locked for decades in rivalry with the Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, Sheikh Hasina family of the Awami League. Tarique Rahman is political royalty in Bangladesh. Tarique's father, Zia Rahman, was a Bangladeshi military officer and politician who served as the 6th president of Bangladesh from 1977 until his assassination in 1981. One of the leading figures of the country's war of independence, Zia was the one to broadcast the Declaration of Independence in March 1971 from Chittagong. In the aftermath of the Sipahi Janta Revolution in 1975, Zia Rahman consolidated power to lead Bangladesh with pragmatic policies through economic liberalization that significantly contributed to the economic recovery of the country. Often referred to as Shahid President in Bangladesh, he was also the founder of the Bangladesh Nationalist Party that his son now heads. Zia faced as many as 21 coup attempts for which military tribunals were set up, resulting in at least 200 soldiers of the army and air force being executed, earning him a reputation of being strict and ruthless amongst other international observers. He was finally assassinated in an attempted coup in Chittagong on 30th of May 1981. Tarique Rahman's mother, Khaleda Zia, was another force to be reckoned with, serving as Bangladesh's Prime Minister from 1991 to 1996 and again from 2001 to 2006. She has been chairperson and leader of the BNP, in fact, since 1984. Khaleda came to national attention as the First Lady of Bangladesh after her husband Zia Rahman became the president in 1977. After Zia Rahman's assassination in 1981, Khaleda joined politics and came to lead BNP. After a military coup in 1982, she helped lead the movement for democracy, later becoming the Prime Minister of Bangladesh following the victory of the BNP in the 1991 general elections. Khaleda Zia is currently suffering from chronic illness and is said to be in very critical condition. Her health condition is cited as another driver for Tarique Rahman's return to the country, with Rahman visiting his mother in the hospital following his public address. This is the Zia dynasty, a family that has helped Bangladesh's post-independence story. Often in bitter rivalry with the Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, Sheikh Hasina family of the Awami League. From early on, Tarique Rahman was seen as the heir apparent the strategist, the organizer, and the future face of the BNP. Tarique played the role of a rising political heir, starting his political career as a primary member of the Up-Zilla branch of the BNP Gaptali, Bogra in 1988. He was a member of the BNP's National Campaign Strategy Committee and was also responsible for coordinating the national election campaign in 5 constituencies in which his mother Khaleda Zia was running. Rahman actively assembled support for the party during the 1991 national election, when the transition was taking place from military government to the elected government. After the BNP's success in 1991 election and the formation of the new government, Tarique was offered a senior role in the party as recognition of his contributions. However, he was reluctant to take up a higher position, preferring to have enough time to strengthen the party at the grassroots level. For many years, he remained active in developing the Bogra units of the BNP. During the 1996 national elections, the party grassroots and the senior leadership requested Rahman to contest a constituency from Bogra, but he declined the offer with a view to furthering his work at the grassroots level and coordinating the election campaign for his mother. During the rule of the Awami League from 1996 to 2001, Tarique mobilized movements against the actions of the government. He actively campaigned to address issues of economic deprivation and started championing a countrywide consultation program aimed at publicizing the plight of the people living in rural areas. In the 2001 national election, the BNP won a landslide victory with a 2/3 majority. In the face of this significant legacy, the compelling question then becomes why Tarique Rahman disappeared from Bangladesh's political stage for 17 years. After decades of an active political career, what made the son of 2 of Bangladesh's most defining leaders disappear? The year was 2007-2008. Bangladesh was under a military-backed caretaker government headed by Fakhruddin Ahmed, and a massive anti-corruption drive was underway. Tarique Rahman was arrested, charged in multiple cases ranging from corruption to involvement in political violence. The BNP claimed these were politically motivated cases aimed at dismantling the party's leadership. The cases against Rahman were plenty, some of the most prominent ones being the Hawa Bhavan controversy, money laundering, illegal wealth acquisition, the Zia Charitable Trust corruption controversy, and the 2004 Dhaka grenade attack case. The alleged bribery and money laundering scandal through Bangladesh's Hawa Bhavan stirred significant political controversy. Tarique Rahman and several top BNP leaders were at the center of the allegations, which stated that Rahman and his associates accepted bribes from various businessmen and political rivals through Hawa Bhavan and laundered the money abroad. The US Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Singaporean courts also found evidence of money laundering against Tarique Rahman. In 2010, a case was filed in Bangladesh on charges of money laundering and bribery. However, Rahman was acquitted on 20th of March 2025. On 21st August 2004, a grenade attack on an Awami League rally in Dhaka killed 24 people and injured about 300, including then opposition leader Sheikh Hasina. While not named initially when the reinvestigation of the case began during the caretaker government in 2007, the names of Mufti Abdul Hanan, leader of the banned organization Harkatul Jihad, and Abdul Salam Pintu, deputy minister of the then BNP government, came up. Later on, when the Awami League came to power in 2009, a further investigation was carried out, and the investigation revealed the names of Tarique Rahman and other high-ranking BNP leaders. In 2011, Tarique Rahman was named as the main conspirator in the supplementary charge sheet and was formally charged in the case. The BNP denied any links to the attack, and Tarique, along with 47 others, was acquitted by the court on the 1st December 2024. Charged and arrested during the caretaker government rule, Rahman reportedly suffered serious health issues while in custody. In 2008, he was granted bail and allowed to travel to London for medical treatment. He left and did not return. That temporary medical exit turned into a 17-year exile, during which Bangladesh's politics changed dramatically, and his absence became symbolic of the BNP's decline for many. Over the years, courts in Bangladesh overturned or dismissed several cases against him, including high-profile ones linked to corruption and political violence. Slowly, the legal barriers to his return began to fall, and with the Awami League now barred from contesting the upcoming elections, the political space opened wide, making Tarique Rahman's return not just possible, but strategically timed. For the BNP, the timing was perfect. For Tarique Rahman, the door back home was finally open. While his full political roadmap is still unfolding, Tarique's early messaging has been carefully chosen. Addressing the massive crowd of supporters gathered for their leader's return, Tarique Rahman issued a rallying cry for unity. Rahman called for building a new Bangladesh rooted in unity and mutual respect between communities, recalling the 1971 struggle for independence and the mass movement witnessed in August 2024. Rahman said people must come together to safeguard national sovereignty. Quoting American civil rights activist Martin Luther King Jr., Rahman said, "I have a dream, I have a plan for Bangladesh, focusing on unity, rebuilding Bangladesh, restoring democracy and putting national interests first." Rahman delivered a careful message aimed not just at supporters but a deeply divided country. And now to the question that matters deeply outside Bangladesh, especially in India. What does Rahman's return suggest for Bangladesh's political landscape and consequently for the region at large? Tarique Rahman has spoken of a Bangladesh-first foreign policy, marking a shift from Awami League era, which saw New Delhi as a dependable partner in Dhaka. This is where regional attention sharpens, especially in New Delhi. Tarique Rahman's Bangladesh-first policy stresses that Dhaka's foreign relations must prioritize national interest above alignment with any one power. A BNP government under Tarique Rahman could mean recalibrated ties, not hostility, but greater distance. In an interview with BBC Bangla in October 2025, Rahman emphasized future relations with India should be based on mutual respect and national interest. Asked whether a BNP-led government would seek to restore relations with India amidst what many describe the ties with that country becoming cold since the ouster of the Awami League government on the 5th of August, Tarique said any change would depend on India's approach. As India, he said, chose to support an autocrat and thus alienated the people of Bangladesh, the BNP would have little room to act differently since the people themselves have decided to keep the relationship distant. So can Tarique Rahman actually win? The signs are significant, with budding unrest and the absence of the Awami League providing certain impetus. With Rahman's return and a rousing welcome, it is clear the BNP cadres are energized in a way they haven't been in years. Tarique Rahman offers a clear face and legacy, something the party lacked during his exile. However, challenges remain, including election security and fairness, managing alliances without empowering extremist elements and turning emotion into governance credibility. But for the first time in nearly 2 decades, Tarique is not leading from London, but he's campaigning from Dhaka. After 17 years, Tarique Rahman is home. Whether this moment becomes a restoration, a reckoning, or just another chapter in Bangladesh's turbulent politics will depend on what comes next, at the ballot box and on the streets. But one thing is certain, tonight Bangladesh's political clock has turned and the countdown to the election has truly begun.
After 6,314 days in Bangladesh, BNP's Dark Prince marks his big return. 2 months before Bangladesh's elections, radical Islamists run amok in Dhaka. Tarique Rahman's return, good news for India or not?